Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Olivia. We're so glad you're here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever understood every word an American said, but still had no idea what they actually meant? Maybe your coworker said, "keep me posted," and you wondered what posted had to do with the conversation. Or maybe someone said, "the ball is in your court," and you started thinking about sports.
Exactly. That's one of the biggest challenges for English learners. Native speakers rarely speak like textbooks. Instead, they use expressions that carry special meanings. And if you don't know those expressions, conversations can feel confusing, even when you understand all the vocabulary.
Today's lesson is going to fix that. We're learning 10 real English phrases native speakers use every day in workplaces, social situations, and everyday conversations.
And these aren't beginner phrases you've heard 100 times before. These are the expressions that make learners stop and say, "Wow, I've never learned that before." So stay with us because some of today's phrases can instantly make your English sound more natural.
Let's start with our first three phrases. Phrase number 1, "that's on me." This means "it was my responsibility" or "it was my mistake." Phrase number 2, "fair enough." This means "I understand your reasoning." Phrase number 3, "keep me posted." This means "keep me updated."
Let's hear them in action. Why didn't the client receive the report? That's on me. I forgot to send it. Notice how natural that sounds. Now imagine this conversation. I can't join the trip. I have an exam tomorrow. Fair enough. You're not necessarily agreeing, you're simply acknowledging the other person's reason. And here's a workplace favorite. We'll hear back from the customer next week. Okay, keep me posted. Native speakers use this phrase constantly in offices and business meetings. Quick question. Which of these three phrases have you heard before? Tell us in the comments.
Great. Now let's learn 3 more expressions. Phrase number 4, "go with the flow." This means adapt to the situation instead of trying to control everything. Phrase number 5, "play it by ear." This means decide later based on circumstances. Phrase number 6, "cut to the chase." This means get to the main point.
These phrases are extremely common. Imagine you're on vacation. What's the plan for today? I don't know, let's just go with the flow. That means you're being flexible. Now imagine someone asks, "Are we hiking this weekend?" I'm not sure, let's play it by ear. Many learners think this phrase has something to do with listening. It doesn't. It simply means you'll decide later. And here's a phrase you'll hear in meetings. After 10 minutes of background information, someone might say, "let's cut to the chase." In other words, let's get to the important part. That's a phrase every English learner should know.
Here's a mini challenge. Which phrase would you use if you haven't made a decision yet? Go with the flow, play it by ear, or cut to the chase? Think about it.
The answer is play it by ear.
Excellent. Now let's move on to our final 4 phrases. Phrase number 7, "I'm leaning toward." This means you're starting to prefer one option. Phrase number 8, "we dodged a bullet." This means we avoided a serious problem. Phrase number 9, "that's a game changer." This means something creates a major improvement. Phrase number 10, "keep that in mind." This means remember this information because it may be important later.
Let's hear some examples. Have you decided which job offer to accept? Not yet, but I'm leaning toward the one in Chicago. Notice that the decision isn't final. Now imagine this situation. Our flight was delayed by 2 hours. Actually, we dodged a bullet. The next flight was canceled completely. That's a phrase native speakers love. Here's another one. This software reduces our work by 50%. Wow, that's a game changer. And finally, hotel prices double during the holidays. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. These expressions appear everywhere in real English.
Here's something many learners don't realize. Native speakers often choose these expressions instead of direct textbook English. Instead of saying, "please update me," they say, "keep me posted." Instead of saying, "we avoided a problem," they say, "we dodged a bullet."
And instead of saying, "this changed everything," they say, "that's a game changer." These are the shortcuts that make conversations sound natural.
Now let's look at some common mistakes.
Mistake number 1. Wrong, "keep me update." Correct, "keep me posted." This is a fixed expression. Native speakers don't usually change it. Mistake number 2. Wrong, I am choosing Chicago. Correct, I'm leaning toward Chicago. This sounds much more natural when you're still deciding. Mistake number 3. Wrong, tell me the important thing quickly. Correct, cut to the chase. Native speakers often use the expression instead. Mistake number 4. Wrong, I accept your reason. Correct, fair enough. That's the phrase you'll hear most often in conversation.
Ready for a speaking challenge? Choose the most natural sentence. A, please update me. B, keep me posted. Complete the sentence. Our car broke down yesterday, but thankfully we... And what does this mean? That's on me.
The answers are B, keep me posted. The missing phrase is dodged a bullet, and that's on me means it was my responsibility. Great work! If you got those correct, you're already understanding English the way native speakers use it.
Today we learned 10 real English phrases native speakers use daily, from "that's on me" and "fair enough" to "we dodged a bullet" and "that's a game changer." These expressions will help you sound more natural and confident.
Remember, fluent speakers don't always use difficult vocabulary. They use common expressions naturally. So here's our final question. Which phrase are you going to use first this week? Tell us in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to subscribe for more practical English that native speakers actually use.
Thanks for learning with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep improving. See you next time.